Hi, and welcome to Jamie deRoy and Friends. I hope you've all had a wonderful summer. Happy Labor Day. We have so many wonderful things to share with you to start this September off, not the least of which is one of Broadway's biggest hits to just open, Moulin Rouge, which is beautifully directed by Alex Timbers, book by John Logan, choreography by Sonia Taya. It's playing at the Al Hirschfeld Theater. It stars Aaron Tveit, Karen Olivo, and Danny Burstein.
Welcome to the Moulin Rouge. Why else live? If not for love.
No matter your sin, you're welcome here. No matter your desire, you're welcome here. For this is more than a nightclub. The Moulin Rouge is a state of mind.
Playing at the beautifully restored Hudson Theater are two one-act plays, Sewall, A Life, starring Tom Sturridge and Jake Gyllenhaal. Sewall is written by Simon Stevens and A Life by Nick Payne. They're directed by Carrie Cracknell. At the Irish Repertory Theater through September 8th is a wonderful new play, Little Gem. It stars Marsha Mason, Brenda Meany, and Lauren O'Leary. It's written by Elaine Murphy and directed by Mark Atkinson Burrell. Little Gem looks at 3 generations of women in a contemporary Dublin family, the trials and the tribulations. At Second Stage Theater at the Tony Kaiser Theater on West 43rd Street is Make Believe by Bess Wall. It's directed by Michael Greif. It stars a wonderful cast of a mix of children and adults. Well, I am so looking forward to seeing Pip's Island, which is playing on West 42nd Street. It was voted on by a group of children and won the Off-Broadway Alliance Award for the Best Children's Productions. It's interactive. I'm taking some young kids with me. I suggest you do the same. It's only an hour long and has multiple shows through the day. Take a look.
I never cared much for the fight in the ring. I never chased after the glorious things. But sometimes circumstances force you to change. All of the raging and all of the hating, the walls are all falling, and it's time to stand your ground. Raging seas, the tides of war wash over me. You're gonna be a hero after all. I rise up from the valley deep, stand upon the highest peak. Can't be a hero after all. I walk the range, horizons change. Nothing's ever gonna be the same. Gonna be a hero after all. And all those who come after me will know that freedom's never free. Gonna be a hero after all. a hero after all. A hero after all. A hero after all. A hero after all.
Food of Love and Third Rail Projects presents Midsummer, a Banquet. It's playing at Cafe Fay, which used to be the Belle Epoque, in case you seem like you're in familiar territory. Midsummer is directed and choreographed by Zach Morris. It's a 360-degree environmental telling of a Midsummer Night's Dream, and it was quite fun. Even comes with food. You're gonna love it. Here is a look at Midsummer, a Banquet, playing through September 7th only. On Monday, September 16th at Signature Theater, the American Songbook Association presents their second annual gala, To Life, this time honoring Sheldon Harnick, who will be receiving the Lifetime Achievement Award. It's a wonderful, wonderful evening. Sheldon still has Fiddler on the Roof in Yiddish playing over at stage 42. Featured are Laura Benanti, Robert Guccioli, Rebecca Luker, Sidney Meyer, Brad Oscar, and hosted by Clea Blackhurst. Recently, the Vineyard Theater held their annual gala. They played a fabulous video featuring their playwrights. I thought we'd share it with you today. It speaks for itself.
The Vineyard offered me a really great gift. Right out of school, they gave me something called the Paula Vogel Award, which I think was their first year giving this award. And I said to them, I have this other play that I'd really like to produce, and I don't know if anybody's crazy enough to do it. Would you be interested in reading it? And they said, sure. So I sent them a script, a wig out, and when I sent it to them, they said, this is crazy. We have no idea how we're gonna do it, but sure, let's try. And we worked really hard, and there were some crazy times, but we created something that was pretty magical.
The Vineyard awarded me the Paula Vogel, which felt like it gave me kind of a sense of purpose, and the first thing I asked for was keys to the building and an office. It was nice to have literally an artistic home, like I would just come in on the weekends and write it.
The ability to read new work and understand what is on the page. I feel that the staff here, they can see not only what is on the page, but what will be coming on the page in 5 years. And that's an uncanny ability.
I think the Vineyard is a special place to work because they really, really, really let me hold on to my voice throughout the entire process. And actually in moments when I feel like out of fear or insecurity, I was trying to shy away from maybe what I thought was the boldest choice, they were actually the people that encouraged me to hold on to those things. Last summer, I worked on a new play by Tori Sampson called This Land Was Made. It was a really, really special experience because of the amount of trust, and we kind of just got to jump on stage from day one, and that's not something that happens everywhere in New York. So much of the battle is just getting someone to say yes to you that first time so you can show people what you're able to do and show people how you look at story and the stories you want to tell. Meeting Susan was so inspiring. It just kind of gives you that extra fire you need every day when you're waking up and trying to do the thing in New York City, and it can feel so impossible. And then you can always remember at the back of your mind, someone has said yes to you. Someone is committing time and resources to you.
Having the Vineyard support my play is everything. This is a really scary play for me to write. Having an institution like the Vineyard come alongside me and support me really just sort of motivates me to keep going, motivates me to dig deeper, to work harder, to tell a story in an environment that I know is both safe and nurturing. This is not a play that I could write in a lot of spaces.
Please give to the Vineyard Theater, because in doing so, you're supporting artists like me and artists who are trying to make bold, new, challenging work.
Thank you for supporting artistic expression.
They have a faith and a belief in emerging writers, first-time writers, extraordinary readings and development. You never want to waste your money. Don't waste your money. Give money, please, to the Vineyard.
Primary Stages, besides presenting fantastic productions, also has many free student matinees. Last year at the gala, they showed this incredible video. I wanted to share it with you now so you understand what it means to these young people.
Since 1995, Primary Stages has provided free student matinees for New York City public high school students. Primary Stages holds 2 to 3 student matinees for every production presented during the school year. Many of the students in these high schools have never seen live theater.
It means everything for our students in our program. For many of them, this is the first live theater performance they've ever seen, and that's such an invaluable experience.
A lot of our students come from low-income families and don't really have the money to experience these shows.
It's the first time for many of them that they've ventured outside of the boroughs. Many of the students have never been in Manhattan, or if they've come to Manhattan, they've never seen live theater.
To get to school, I take an hour and 30 minutes, and then from there, we took an hour on the school bus to get here.
They actually spoke to me because I asked a question, and then everybody answered, and I felt special.
I truly believe that theater can change lives.
Getting to interact with the actors after the performance really helps me as like a playwright or actor.
The great thing is the talkbacks, the Q&A sessions with the actors, and our students are very inquisitive. They'll ask questions about memorizing lines and blocking.
And you feel the energy, and I know the actors feel that way too.
It would be an incredible disservice if this program were not available. It's a place for them to connect. It's a place for them to learn and to grow and to think beyond what they're exposed to.
It comes from the heart. Without funding for this program, these kids couldn't be able to come. Some of them have never seen live theater, never sat in an audience live, but they do with Primary Stages.
One of my favorite events of the year is the Off-Broadway Alliance Awards that are held at Sardi's. Everybody already knows they're winning. It's a treat to be there. So this year, we thought we'd show you some highlights from the 2019 Off-Broadway Alliance Awards.
And we're proud of its scrappy, boundary-breaking attitudes and achievements, and the way it's always moving the culture, whether the culture likes it or not.
And it's such an honor to be honored by the Off-Broadway Alliance, so I'm intensely grateful to all of you. I just also really want to thank the incredible New York Theater Workshop. It was my dream. I want to thank Matt Ross, who has been the press representative for this show since it started at Club Thumb. Oh, thank you, Club Thumb. And then had the harebrained idea to move it to Broadway, which worked out really well. Thank you.
Thank you so much for giving her this. She deserves it. She was a great talent. And I don't think the Latino theater in America would have been anywhere without her.
So I sang Over the Rainbow, because I thought if it could work for Judy Garland, it could work for me.
I just want to tell you that as the years went on, the puppet sex got worse. Which made me very happy, actually. Bobby and Jeff and Jason created a beautiful show, and I was just very fortunate to be able to produce it. Thank you.
Why did you think that a Yiddish version of Fiddler on the Roof was going to be commercial? Why did you do it? I said, because I had to. There was no question. This show is so authentic and so real and has so much to say today that I simply had to do it.
I had found a home. These were my people. This was my community. Off-Broadway had claimed my heart and owned it for several decades.
The other thing about Antezaki and the choreo poem was that it introduced a whole genre of performance art. We danced literature. We danced the poems. That's why it was called a choreo poem. And narrative theater has never been the same since.
I really can't believe this. A few short years ago, I did not know how I was going to take my next breath or my next step, and now I'm at Sardis. I believe that sharing our stories, even the darkest, messiest, ugly ones, is important. In a world of Twitter and judgment, I believe that the theater allows for humanity and process and nuance on stage and off. I am ever grateful and truly humbled to be a member of this tribe of ferocious, vulnerable, hilarious, brilliant nutballs. Thank you so much.
He said to me, he said, Chandra, I think I don't know what I'm going to do next. I played everybody except the Energizer Bunny. And I thought at the time, my God, what a wonderful bunny that would have been.
I hung up the phone, I called Marion Seldes, and I said, Marion, I just said yes to Nell, I've never done Beckett, what do I do? And Marion said, who's the nag? And I said, Alvin, and she said, just ask Alvin.
And yet when we approached Jack Cummings of Transport Group, he immediately got behind our vision. He saw the relevance of us telling this story of a young female artist struggling to balance her talent with her obligation to society and to her loved ones. He saw the importance of bringing Malay's oft-forgotten words to life, which in turn allowed this female artist to bring her own musical and theatrical vision to life.
In 2009, we produced Thornton Wilder's Our Town, directed by David Cromer, at our then home, the Barrow Street Theater in the West Village. In his review of that production for the New York Times, Charles Isherwood wrote, "It expresses with a fine clarity the idea that theater is not, ideally, an escape from life, but a means of entering into it more fully." I think that says a lot about every show in this room, which oddly, and I'm sort of was struck by it, every show in this room is a unique theatrical experience.
We started Hippolyta 5 years ago in the basement of a church where we just had cardboard boxes, a few ladders, and some equity actors. And we took kids on a 1 hour long journey where we really saw the power of theater and how we could have these kids feel so empowered at the end of the journey.
In this production, when Vanya tells us he's been carrying the estate and working himself to exhaustion all these years, we can see and feel the tragedy of it. All of his massive strength and energy spent on an idea that now appears to have been an illusion.
And there's no better place in the world, I think, to do this than Hunter College. I'm sure you all know it is a public school. The great majority of the students are either immigrants or the children of immigrants. They speak scores of languages. Many of them have never seen a play before they arrive. And Vanya was a revelation.
It's not really a company, it's a family. And it's a very special, deep family, and I even say it's greater than a family, it's a life.
To close our show, playing at City Center through September 8th is Bat Out of Hell, based on Meatloaf's iconic album. The music, lyrics, and book are all written by Jim Steinman. The show is directed by Jay Scheib and choreographed by Emma Portner. It stars Tony Award winner Lena Hall. What a treat it was for the audience the other night when Meatloaf showed up. So here's a look at Meatloaf and some scenes from Bat Out of Hell.
Okay, you guys have been wanting to do this a while ago, so we're going to do it now. Give me a little, you took the words right out of my mouth. Okay? Come on, let's go. Let's go. Come on, get up there. You ready? We're going to do took the words. Okay, keep going. Okay.
I remember every little thing as if it happened only yesterday.
Like a bat out of hell, I'll be gone when the morning comes.